Good morning. So, I want to do a video about channeling, about what is channeling to my understanding, and can you channel? I did a video that was channeled, a channeled message, and I wrote that it was channeled, and I got a question. Um, somebody asked me about channeling. By the question that they asked, I understood that there's a misconception, that it was misunderstood what channeling really is. It's not something that you get inside of you. It is allowing the universe to get expression through you. And the way that I see it is that we are all connected to the same source. We're all connected to infinite intelligence that is all around us, and it's the essence of us. And we are part of it and connected to it always. And the illusion is that we're separate from it and that this body is its own entity. Well, this body is, it's kind of paradoxical because we did get this body and this avatar to come and experience life through. And it's, this body kind of serves as a container, something that we can gather knowledge and build knowledge and progress through. As a consciousness, the consciousness, it just is. It just is. It's um, it's um, it's timeless. It's bodiless. It's genderless. It just is pure consciousness, pure all, and it is a pure experience. So your consciousness is continuously in the now. It cannot contain information. It doesn't have memory. It doesn't have, well, that's not exactly, it's kind of a container of all. Consciousness kind of has within it everything, but it doesn't hold anything. So it's just a flow. And it is a constant havaya, a constant being, a constant just being in the present. And as we come into this world, into the 3D world or the physical world, we're given this body and a part and this consciousness. And this body allows, it's like a container. It's like a container of our supreme being, which is which is pure consciousness, and a container which we can contain memories and things that have happened to this body. We have the ego inside of us that is our ultimate tool. It's above all tools. The ego is right below your spirit, which allows you to even exist in this plane, because it creates the illusion that you are separate from everything, that you are your own entity. So you're like a small god, each and every one of us. And each of every one of us has God flowing through us, because God is everything. And you can replace the word God with the universe, with nature, with the all, with divine intelligence, with divinity. Um, it doesn't matter what label you put on it. It's this. It's the wonder of everything is God, and we are part of it. And the consciousness and what flows through us is part of God. And so when we are able to um, suspend this being and connect to our higher selves, which is pure consciousness, pure love, pure God, then we are connected to this divine intelligence that is the knowing of all. And if we are able to purify our avatars, it means get our own egos out of the way, get our own selves out of the way, transcend our egos, um, knowing that our ego is not us, and then using our ego as a tool, the ultimate tool for navigation through this world, knowing that we are above the ego, and then mastery of the ego. We master our ego. Um, and then we're kind of like in between this physical world and the higher world, and we kind of find balance in between those two places, and we have access to both of these realms. And when we channel, which we are always channeling, because as long as we have life in us, we have God consciousness in us, and we have this ultimate intelligence in us. Only we feel disconnected from it. That is the pain. And when we have pain, or we don't know what to do, or we don't feel like we belong, or we're thinking that all that is in this physical world. Look how cute. We're thinking that all that is in this physical world, or that we are only these beings, then we have this immense feel of disconnect, and we are in a constant state of suffering, because we're like abandoned children, disconnected from their divine being. We are all connected. We are all connected to this higher intelligence, to the consciousness, to God. That's what runs through us. We have this life. I mean, that is evidence within itself that we are alive and we are evolving, and each of us is created different. So that means that each of us has this God power running through us in a different way. We're like the filter of this God power, the way that we see things, the way that we understand things, the way that we can explain things. So we are also collectors of information, but we also receive information and put the information back out. So we create this. It's like a spiral, and I've spoken about this in a lot of different videos. There's a lot of different spirals that we create, in abundance, in love, and when we give information, or give what we have to give, the gifts that we have to give, it comes back to us. And it comes back to us in bigger ways. And a really good example of this is, yesterday I was at the beach, and there was a, a girl lady there that I met, a girl. I'd like to call her a girl, because she has like this childlike energy to her, even though she's a woman, maybe woman. And she complimented me on something. She said something to me that was a compliment. I don't remember, but within that compliment, there was so much that I could see about her, so many messages that came through me from the universe to give back to her. So, in her opening up and freely giving the gift that she has to give, which is being able to see me in a positive light, and being able to bring that forth and say it out in such a beautiful way that it didn't, being able to give me a compliment on my strengths didn't make her lose anything from who she is. So, when you're able to do this, you transcend your ego, because it doesn't take away from you to praise others. Yeah, and I see it over and over and over, also in the relationship that I had, my marriage, that you know the other party is afraid to give you a compliment, because they're afraid that it's going to take away from them, or 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 make you or make you grow, so that they lose you. So they're trying to hold on to you, and by trying to hold on to you, they're actually not giving you the praise that need be, and then you're not getting the mirror, and then that interaction, it dies. It needs feed. And so by her giving, I'm talking about the girl at the beach, by her giving me the compliment, it it allowed me, my inner being, to see so much about her, and I mirrored, and I was able to channel for her all the messages that came through to her, for her, in the way that I was able to see her, and all of the strengths that was just within that. And it created this synergy, like this energy that so the more you give your gifts, the more you get back, and it creates the more powerful of a being you become. So in this gentle way of giving, and channeling, it's not all high up in the sky, flaky. Channeling is just when messages come through, things that come through, allowing them to flow through you and giving them out into the world. So even like bringing these messages, many of the messages, even I don't say they're channeled, they're coming through me to allow me to share with you. And by me sharing them and putting them into words, I'm also getting the message in myself. So it's also giving myself these gifts. Had I not brought these things into words, then my thoughts would be somewhere way up here and not something that is actually brought down into the physical world. By bringing something into words, you're also bringing it into the physical world. It's getting some kind of exposure, some kind of life in the physical world. And our words have power to them. We create our reality through our words. The more I say something, the more I program my mind to believe it. And the more I realize it, the more I can bring these abstract thoughts or abstract ideas from the ethers. Because where do these ideas come from? You cut open your brain, you don't see thoughts in there. Where do they come from? So they come from the ethers, these knowings. I mean, just imagine I'm sitting out here on the mountain, right? All by myself. Where are all these thoughts coming from? Where is all of this knowledge coming from? And the knowledge flows through me the best when I am in these places of complete solitude and with no um, outside external what's the word? External, like you know what I mean. So channeling, really what channeling is just clearing yourself out, getting your ego out of the way so that you don't think that it's you. The more you think that it's you, the more you try to think about it, the more you stop it from happening. And so it's just like transcending your ego and realizing that this is coming from outside of you, and it's gifts that are coming through you by your nature. Each of us have our different talents. Each of us have our different knowings. Each of us see the world in different ways. Each of us process things in different ways. You could see us as like God filters. We're little pieces of God that filter different information through us in different ways. And when we meet people that feel like they're of our same tribe, and especially on this twin flame journey, the people that I meet that are on the twin flame journey, so far, every single person that I've met that is on the twin flame journey feels like we are from the same tribe. We understand the same things. We're having the same realizations. We might be in different places on the journey, or having different individual journeys because we each have different partners or different capabilities, different abilities. But we all feel like we're of the same tribe, of the same essence. We're all going through the same thing. And I think it's kind of like a tribe that has been chosen. And it feels like there is a bigger community of the twin flames and then the individual twin flames. So I feel like there's a whole community, or you could call it a tribe of twin flames that more and more I'm meeting along this path, especially with these videos. I feel like we find things that are relevant to us, and there's a reason. Even if you just go according to the physical world, the algorithms of YouTube is going to bring me to the people that are interested in this. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Are going to bring me to the people that are interested in the things that I'm talking about and interested in things that are going through the similar things. Or you could look at it in a more spiritual, mystical way and say, okay, um, I am drawing to me or people are drawn to these videos that are connected, that these videos will find who needs to see them. And another thing that yesterday that I was realizing is that a lot of us are on this journey together, and where a lot of us are going through the same things. So the things that I am going through in my own individual journey are a lot of things that a lot of you guys are going through or have gone through, or that you can resonate with you, that you can connect with. And maybe the realizations or the things that are flowing through me are similar to things that, but I put different words on them. I explain them in a different way. And this can bring peace. It can also just bring peace in knowing that that you're not crazy. This is real, and there's other people that are going through this and understanding this, and that there are these mystical, spiritual realms that are all around us all the time. Um, that we can connect to. It's like rivers of knowledge or rivers of energy that we are connected to, that we can connect to, and that when we clear ourselves out of the way, that we can see and we can understand and allow them to flow through us. And by allowing them to flow through us, we are bringing to this physical plane, we are bringing the higher planes through us into the physical plane, which is like our God's work. So by allowing whatever messages want to come through us and being open and pure and allowing and just letting it fly, even asking questions like the girl that asked me the question, according to the question, this video came to be because I realized that according to the question, that because the question was off I could understand that there was a misconception about what channeling is. Channeling is just by nature. It's allowing whatever comes through you to just flow through you. And channeling is also asking the questions, no matter what they sound like. Even if forget about fear of oh, somebody's going to think that I don't know something. Who cares? You don't know. Most things that there are to know, you don't know. I mean, you would have to live a million lifetimes to even gather this much information out of all the information that there is. So let's just take that right off the table. There's a lot more that we don't know than we do know. And by connecting to these higher realms and allowing ourselves just to be who we are is how we learn the most. And also connecting to these higher realms, there's a higher knowing. When you connect to this consciousness, it's a pure knowing. It's pure intelligence. So it's like doing a quantum leap in understanding. What you understand in your brain is so far less than what you can understand just by connecting to this pure consciousness and allowing it to flow through you purely. And whoa, I stood up and I went dizzy, and I don't want to go dizzy here because look, I'm sitting here and there are like, I could just fall down. It's precarious. But I sat here because I got out of the sun, because up there's the sun. I'm going to get going back here pretty soon. And get started on my day in this physical world too. And so that is a quick one on what is channeling. And there's so many other ones that are coming up, so many other videos that I want to do that are coming up during the time when I'm doing each and every one of these videos. I have like a whole bunch of other ideas that are coming up. But I want to try to keep it a little bit short so that it'll be easygoing and try to stay in one subject. I'm learning this sometimes. So have a wonderful day. I'm going to get back and get started. So I will see you in the next video. I'll show you where I'm at.